Nation Network! What's going on? Hey, it's CVV, Chris Van Vliet, and you guys are crushing it. I want to send you a big congratulations on the 2,000 subscribers. 2K22 is unbelievable, and I love that everybody's kind of jumping on board here and realizing how great the content that you're putting out is. So, for the community, a big thank you for being part of the Nation Network, and you guys are just getting started. Woo! Keep it going.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nation Network. I am your host Vince McSham, and this is What's News. We're going to be talking about some Monday Night Raw action, what has happened, what is going to happen, predictions and all that kind of stuff. We're going to keep it relatively short here. That's what she said. Anyway, going to bring in to join us right now, standing in the wings, you know him, this is Jay. Say hello, Jay.
Hello, Jay.
So Monday Night Raw went pretty well, I think. I mean, I love Vince for what he did all those years, but it was the right time to go, if not 5 years earlier.
Right.
Triple H is having a heyday right now. Wrestling purists in the house, welcome aboard, buddy. Let's see here. Gonna bring up the Bleacher Report because I like them. I like that grading system and the fact that sometimes it matches what I think and other times it does not. Yeah, purist. Actually, Angela Lansbury's passing, which shocked the hell out of me because I thought she'd gone years earlier, to be honest with you.
Right.
It actually lit up my phone, and I was like, oh, wow. Lived a great life, though. What, she 98 or something? She's a ridiculous age. Anyway, the Bloodline handles some business. That opening segment was gold.
Yeah, it was.
So
I mean, like I've said it before. I wasn't a fan of theirs, but here within the last 6 months, I'm on board all the way with the Bloodline. It's great.
What they are doing with Sammy is just, I can't wait for this is like the longest orgasm in history that you're just waiting to blow your load because you know when this show goes out, it's gonna be awesome.
Right.
And you're just like, and you're waiting, and it just, boy, it's right there, and it's gonna be so worth the wait. I'm guessing it's got to happen at Mania.
I think that's when I think that's how they're going to try to draw it out till Mania, but I don't know how much more they can pull it out.
Just keep it going, man. It's friggin' some of the best shit anywhere. And I've never been a big Sammy fan, but I'm loving him right now. I mean, this is just, he is so good in this spot he's in right now, and he's playing it perfect.
I was going to
Everyone
say, I saw a portion of an interview with MJF earlier today, and they were talking about Sammy, and MJF basically said, it's amazing what you can do with somebody when you actually give them a platform to be themselves.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day, and he is being himself, I think. And he's comfortable.
Yeah.
He feels comfortable, and I don't necessarily even think it's about him being himself. I think it's about Triple H saying, do your thing.
Right.
I mean,
and the way he plays,
broadcast team are all of a sudden not having Vince in their ear all the time, and they're loosening up.
Right. And the fact, I just love the relationship between him and the Usos themselves. I mean, the way the three of them play off each other is gold.
Jimmy is, oh my God, I'm loving me some Jimmy. It is just, even what Logan did, it's like, am I talking to the tribal chief Roman or the tribal chief Jimmy? And you see that little build, because you know Roman ain't going to be around much longer. Someone's going to have to take this thing and run with it, and you got too much talent to let it end with Roman.
Right.
Andrew Roberts, what's happening? Juan Cordero's in the house. So, yeah, the bloodline thing is just freaking gold. If you guys haven't seen this opening moment from last night, you need to watch it start to finish. It's so good, and everything Sammy's doing is gold. But the honorary Uso, and he goes up to Jay. He's like, you know what? Everyone here's cool, but you're not being too Uso right now. And you know Uso's going to be on shirt. That got over instantly. Right, crowd went crazy for Uso.
Yeah, they actually started chanting Sammy Uso.
Yeah. So this gave it an A. It should have been an A+.
Yeah, I would have went with an A+ on it too.
That was like DX in their prime level perfect.
Yeah.
Which I guess we actually skipped over that. DX technically opened the show backstage a little bit.
Right.
Kind of redoing their presidential speech routine back when they had to bleep out every other word. And it was still fun. Yeah, with those guys, it was fun. It was entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically it's Jay. You're correct. I'm sorry. But Jimmy's good, too. I mean, Jimmy's playing the other side of the coin, and he's doing it perfectly.
Right.
I'm loving them both, man. I like the way Jimmy and our boy there, Sammy, are going back and forth with the high five routine and all that. And
right.
It's like brother versus brother, and that's like, that's some bitch. Oh, no, but he cool. And then seeing bro walk up there.
Right.
You gonna let him talk to you like that? You gonna let him disrespect you? Oh, man. Oh, God, I loved it.
Yeah, he's low-key disrespecting you there, dog.
What you gonna do?
You gonna handle your business?
Yep. Which, by the way, is the stupidest sound I've ever heard. It's annoying as hell, but whatever. I don't know if Purist is talking about whether or not Sammy's going for another title opportunity. I don't see that. Could happen. I don't see it personally. I still say that at some point in time, they end up in a conflict with Kevin Owens, and that Sammy comes to Kevin's aid, which I love the way that they go in so many different directions.
I was going to say, if they're going to give Sammy a title, it'll be him and Kevin taking the tag titles off of the Usos.
So I can definitely see something like that happening down the line. But in the meantime, I'm just enjoying the shit out of what they've got going on right now, because it's gold. It's been a long time since I mean, it's like literally going back to Monday Night Wars where The Rock and Austin, I mean, where everyone that got a microphone knew exactly what to do with it. And you didn't need wrestling matches getting in the way. Just let these guys do that for an hour. It was that good, and it's that good again. At least with these guys, it is.
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano against Austin Theory. I got to admit, I did fast forward most of that simply because I was trying to conserve time. Gave it a B. Did you watch the match through?
Yeah, I watched the match. I'll go with that B because it was a pretty solid match, and Johnny's still trying to get his knock off some of the ring rust and stuff. So was it in NXT like him back then? No, but he's getting there. So it was a pretty solid match.
And
if,
I don't know what the
and
point in all this is. I don't know what the point is all this is, because Theory, I mean, granted, that was McMahon's boy. McMahon's gone. But at this point in time, what credibility does he have left? I mean, he might have a briefcase, but so what?
I think what they're going to do is kind of just keep building this, because they're doing the whole I surpassed my teacher and everything. And I think when it finally ends, huh?
But he didn't.
Well, in his eyes, he did. He's been at WrestleMania. He's won this. He's won that. Johnny hasn't. So that's how Theory looks at it. So I think when this all, he's had the U.S. title. He's the youngest money in the bank winner. So
who can't win a match?
Well,
he climbed a ladder, but he can't win a match. I'm just saying,
that's what
if you end up putting the title on him with that stupid briefcase, you devalue the title because you just put it on the guy who can't win a match. Anybody can be world champion.
And that's why I think that they'll play this out a little bit longer, probably till Royal Rumble, and then they'll end this feud, and then Theory will start winning between then and WrestleMania, and start building himself back up to cash in the briefcase.
Well, I guess time will tell, but I'm just trying to carry between what they're doing to Drew McIntyre and what they're doing to Theory. And I know they can't have everybody win, but there should be a little bit more. You know, back in the old NWA days, I remember that Ronnie Garvin lost some, but he won some. That's why when he beat Ric Flair, it was plausible. Because he did win some big matches, and he lost some matches, but you were a contender. You were legit in the sense that you beat guys like Nikita Koloff. You might have lost to him a bunch, but you beat him once or twice.
Right.
And now it's just like, this guy's just getting crushed. Smashed. But anyway, I guess time will tell on that one as well. I just, Purist, here's what I see for WrestleMania Night 1. Oh, that's right. There's a multiple day of this shit, too.
Yeah.
Night 1, Solo winning the Intercontinental title from Walter. Oh, Solo. I thought we were talking about our boy here for a minute. It's like, Theory ain't beating no Walter.
Right.
Solo winning the IC title from Walter, and Roman wins against The Rock. You're putting that on Night 1, The Rock and Roman? I can't wait to see your main event for Night 2. The Usos losing to Zayn and Owens, and Roman losing his title from, I guess, losing the title to Cody. You think Roman, who doesn't wrestle once a month now, is going to wrestle twice in 2 days?
I mean, in theory, that would be the best way for them to do this, because they don't need a title match for him and Rock. I mean,
it'd be interesting in the sense that no champion has ever competed on both nights of WrestleMania, and that would be something that, you could put a Roman legacy on. And The Rock could kick his ass so bad that he's not at 100% the next night. It's interesting booking.
Yep. But I have to disagree with Purist on the IC title. If they do it with anybody, it'll be Sheamus, because he hasn't had that WrestleMania moment. Let him win the IC title for the first time at WrestleMania.
I'm just not a Sheamus fan, man. I'm just not. I thought my favorite Sheamus moment was back when he was feuding with Cena, and Cena referred to him as a big jar of mayonnaise. I was like, yep, that's about the way it is. Yeah, it's just...
Yeah,
I mean, he's a tough guy. I wouldn't want to fight with him. He seems like a great guy to hang out with. But so far as wrestling-wise, I've just never been able to get into him. But that's me. Theory is obviously strong just from his physique, but he has a certain type of explosive power that some people just don't have.
Right.
He made scooping Gargano up look like it was nothing. I'm sorry, it was. What's Gargano weighing in at 125? Come on. Scooping Gargano looked like it was nothing. The dude's a cruiserweight if he gained a few pounds. Anyway, the whole selfie thing is such an unnecessary part. I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, but that plays into that cockiness of that character, though.
But he could be cocky without it. I mean, MJF pulls it off without a selfie.
Nah.
I don't know. I think it's stupid. Not only that, but you already had Prince Pretty do it, so it's done. It's like, you know, Adrian Adonis could steal Gorgeous George's act 50 years later, but he couldn't have done it 5 years later.
Yeah, true.
Let's see. Some wrestlers just have a certain level of smoothness to their work that makes them easy to watch. Gargano's one of them. Yeah, I don't doubt that he puts on a smooth match. It's just so small. It's a little hard to, for me anyway. He moves with so much confidence. Gargano's suicide dive into a DDT looked awesome. All right.
Yeah.
And that's why they give it a B. Chad Gable against Rey Mysterio. Another one I had to fast forward through. We already know the outcome, and I'm not going to sit there and watch something like that. They gave it a B+. All right. For real? Is that possible?
I would probably went with a B- on it. I mean, Chad Gable has gotten a lot better since they've started doing what they've done with him, and I really like seeing him in the ring, but I wouldn't have went with a B+ for the match.
Oh. Well, I fast forward most of it. I got to the ending where Dominic got involved, surprise, and tried getting him to hit him. And I like, again, that stuff I'll stop and watch because there's the real storytelling, there's the drama, and Ray's good at that shit. Remember when Dominic was a kid and he was in Ray's storyline with Eddie and how good that all was? To see that full circle, and you have to keep wondering, when is he going to drop the bomb? When is Dominic going to say, you know what? I wish Eddie was my father.
Ooh.
Oh, that has to happen. It has
You're
to
right.
happen. I mean, if he didn't look so much like Ray, he could turn around and try and play it off like Eddie's, I did a DNA test and Eddie is my father, but nobody's going to buy that shit. But to say, I wish Eddie was my father. He knew how to lie and cheat and steal and all that. Oh, and who'd have thought
that'll probably
like him?
Yeah, that'll probably be the point that Ray actually does striking, because that's what they're building up to. Ray don't want to hit him.
There you go. Look at us booking the WWE for them.
I know, right? He's right.
Well, he's always been able to turn it on, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Mysterio has always just been there.
Adonis or Street.
Adrian Adonis was stealing Adrian, he stole Adrian Street's bit as well, but it was definitely all based on Gorgeous George at the end of the day.
Yeah.
By the way, M. Hawk, welcome back again, man. Nice to have you around. If that happens, we will be subject to Vicky again. Is she under contract to AEW? Could they pull her into this?
I don't know if she's actually... I don't know if she's under an actual contract or not. I've never heard that she was.
Oh, my God, please. As much as I can't stand the bitch, because she's always just made a living off of her husband's reputation and work.
Excuse me!
There's nothing... That's actually pretty freaking good. But it's like the most annoying sound in the world. And
now, I know she trademarked that for herself.
I'm surprised she's able to. I would think WWE had that.
Nope.
Okay. Well, I liked everything they did there at the end. The only thing I will say is Dominic hit Ray with the softest 619 in the history of time. I think he just barely, with his legs came around his feet, went boop, and that was it. And then Ray went, I'm dead. So, and I get it, your dad, and he's the size of a 7th grader. You don't want to hurt him, but he's
not only that, being as tall as Dominic is, it can't be easy doing a 619. Ray can fit through those ropes just fine, but it's got to be a lot more difficult to do a move like that when you're almost 6 foot.
Yeah, and who was the dude that tried one? Was it Edge that tried one in the match on the pay-per-view a little while back and screwed it up royally.
Yeah.
I think it was Edge, and it was god-awful.
Yeah, when you got them long legs, I couldn't imagine doing it.
Now, the kid from Young Rock was in the audience. I must have missed that. Sunset Flip Mysterio used to send Gable into the barricade. I did see that, and that was a friggin'... It was a hot moment, no doubt about that. Rhea fucking Ripley. Gosh damn it, I can't... When she first came to the WWE, she had the blonde hair, and she was so pretty.
Yep.
And that was before I knew that, I have something in common with both like girls. But at that time, she more of a female wrestler, female person, And then she started, going dark and goth. And I was like, she still got the face, though. I mean, her face is perfect. And but man, now, oh my God, this character and what she's done with it. And the thing with her and Dominic, and I say it every week and I'll keep saying it, the relationship between her and Dominic, it doesn't even matter that we all know she's gay because that works fine too. She's playing him. She's puppet mastering him, pulling the strings. He's dancing, and he's becoming his own man, sort of. It's gold.
Yeah. And honestly, she works best in this role right now, just being a mouthpiece and doing what she's doing. She don't even need to be in a ring wrestling. She's doing just fine where she's at right now.
And she really hasn't been in the ring wrestling.
I think they'll save that for sometime next year. Her and Beth will get in the ring and we'll have a one-on-one match.
After this recent event, I wouldn't even be surprised to see a mixed tag or something like that. But yeah, that crowd was so fucking hot when Beth was there face to face with her. Hemlock brings up a good point. Doesn't one of the luchadors in AEW? Yeah, I don't even know which one. I couldn't tell you either. But somebody in AEW does use the 619. I won't say steals it because I'm not sure it's an original, but is what it is. Judgment Day delivery. Oh, are we skipping ahead here? Hold on. Okay, hold on a minute. I want to make sure we don't miss the highlight of Mine Height. All right, so the
right?
I guess this is it. Yeah, during the Judgment Day promo, AJ Styles comes out. So Finn Balor basically, once again, is calling out AJ Styles and giving him an ultimatum. And AJ comes out, and let's see if they don't have the actual quote here. B+, thank you for that.
Again, another perfectly well-played segment from beginning to end.
Yes. Basically saying, hey, I realize that I need to be with my brother. And he hugs him.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming at all.
You what?
No.
You didn't see that coming?
Not until he said my brothers and stuff. Or when he had him embraced and he said I wasn't talking about you, I was like, oh shit.
Yep. And then it hit and all that, and then I'm glad to see the guys got a good pop and a reaction. This is going to be off to the races fun right now. And then you can also throw Edge on their team, so you can make it a 4-on-4. They'll pick up another member, I'm sure, of the Judgment Day as time goes by.
Right.
Again, another segment getting a B+. What was the other one? Hold on. I mean, when their segments are going over that hot, yeah, you have an A and a B+ on your segments. Anybody in AEW paying any attention?
I mean, I can't disagree with either one of those. Both of those segments were perfect from beginning to end.
They were great. And this is what I keep saying, man. Why do you got the wrestling getting in the way when you can do this?
Right.
I've realized that on StreamYard, if I play YouTube videos, the audio doesn't go out. Like when I was showing the clips from Bray Wyatt coming back and all that stuff, the audio wasn't crossing over, so I'm not going to bother. I do have a new plan for that, though, moving forward. I'll use StreamYard just to get our cameras together and on a screen, and then I can bring that in to OBS and actually stream it off OBS. But I'm going to have to play with that a little bit. That's getting extra technical. And for all you people out there that say he's not paying attention to the comments, I got shit I got to do. I gotta do. It ain't easy being me. Candice, I don't know why I watched that match. Wait, did she win? Maybe I didn't watch the match. She didn't beat Bayley.
Yeah, she won. Yeah, she did. Rolled her up.
Candice LeRae beat Bayley? All right. Throw that log on the fire. What the fuck? In what world? Come on. You got Drew McIntyre, you got Theory, and now you got Bayley. People, you should not be jobbing out.
Bayley was hurt.
Candice
Her
LeRae?
ribs were hurt. Candice kept hitting her in the ribs and stuff, and she couldn't handle it. And I think they're playing up that she's depressed because she didn't win, so her mind wasn't in the game. I mean,
All right.
that's just how I got it.
She pulled off the depressed thing on the way into the ring, and it was really good. Bayley's another one who can, man, she's got the facials down and all that shit.
Right.
I'm sorry, not Candice LeRae. Let her lose to somebody of Lacey Evans or somebody. Speaking of which, I haven't seen Lacey lately.
Nope.
Oh, well, Triple H there, they're going to fix the fuck up that was McMahon. Oh, 2022 has been lonely without Randy Orton. Can you imagine having Randy back in the tool shed?
Oh, man.
I mean, with all the shit
And
they got going on now, they don't have Randy and they don't have Cody. What the hell's going to happen when those two are back on the roster?
And that's the thing with Randy. You don't need to put him in a title picture. Just send him after somebody and let him go.
Well,
Maybe that'll be Seth Rollins or something when he comes back.
I mean, we got Riddle using the RKO, so we're good. We don't need Randy. They can't put Randy on TV anymore because he has tattoos.
No, they just can't put it in their games.
No, the bitch will sue them next for putting him on TV. So, all right, so think about that. He's on TV. They're selling pay-per-views. Why can he do that, but he can't be in a video game? It's ridiculous. They better fucking appeal that thing. I'll be pissed if they don't appeal it. That lady's got to get squashed. M-Hawk, we haven't got there yet. I don't know if they're going to grade that because it happened on the pay-per-view, not on Raw. They did replay it on Raw. And I don't know.
It was an A. It was an A.
Yeah, I mean, it really was. I mean, he didn't do anything other than pop out the door for a second, blow out a candle, and go back in. But the way they set that moment up by having the characters positioned around the arena and having the light spotlight each one individually, and the creepy music with he's got the whole world, and it was really well done. We'll see if they scored it here or not. I don't know if did they score that on the pay-per-view recap. I don't think they did. The pop for Gallows and Anderson was wild, and again, I agree, and I'm so thankful that they got that because I liked them before in the WWE, but I just
so did I.
Man, I just loved them in Impact. I couldn't figure out why. A lot of the people that went to Impact over the last year I guess they had a better opportunity to be themselves, maybe, or whatever the case may be. But I just connected with them through Impact differently than when they were on these big stages. And now that they're going there, I've got this new connection from when they were in Impact that I love them so much that I'm behind them here more than I was the first time. So.
And I think you're going to see how they were in Impact is how they'll be here now under Triple H. He won't want to change that aspect of it.
As a matter of fact, he was expecting to get them earlier. They signed a 1-month extension. They were bringing them in earlier. And that's another thing, too, when you talk about Scott D'Amore and the folks over at Impact. They sign reasonable contracts with their people, and like Mia Yim, she's a free agent, and there's none of this 90 days and all. I mean, once you've honored your contract to us, leave on a good note. We'll welcome you back. If you can go make money, go over there and make money. You want to show up the next night? He doesn't have those kind of contracts. I don't think anyone should. I think once my contract's up, I have the right to. Now, they do pay them for the 90 days, so let's not forget that.
Right.
But, there's that cooling off period where you might lose a little bit of spunk, though, which is what they want.
Right.
Of course, it could backfire as well. And just,
I think it plays to Scott's benefit by doing it that way. That way, if down the road, maybe him and Triple H can work together or something, you know, by saying, hey, I didn't hold these guys off. I let them go ahead and come to you. And, you know.
Yeah. I mean, Impact, and people will say that, you know, they have the open door and all that stuff because they're the bottom of the major companies. They might have the lower ratings, but they're not the bottom company. They put on a tremendous show, and from start to finish, bell to bell, segment to segment, character development, storyline telling. If you want to talk about the best promotions, they're probably two. In my book, they're a mile ahead of AEW in those categories. Tony Khan couldn't book his way out of a library.
And like I told you earlier, there was another guy from Impact who's a free agent who was backstage there last night.
All right, purist.
Nice.
AEW's new game name is going to be Backstage Assaults. Why not? I even took a shot at them on our show yesterday where CM Punk got dumped by Morrissey. And I said, well, it wouldn't be AEW if it wasn't something happening in the locker room. And that wasn't even rehearsed. All right. Notable moments to pop for gals. Yeah, we talked about Bayley. I still can't believe she lost. Why doesn't anyone ever try to use the pointless suspenders Bayley has hanging up around her pants?
Right.
Oh, touche. We are not going to address the Miz birthday. This is such. I mean, if that got anything, the C, no, that got a D. It was worthless. That was just Vince McMahon leftover shit.
Yeah, the only thing we got out of that was next week we do have a match between Loomis and Miz. If Miz loses, Loomis is gone for good. If Loomis wins, he gets a WWE contract.
Yeah. What are the odds that Loomis is going to lose that match?
Depends on if Ciampa shows up and whose side he jumps on. Because we have not seen Ciampa in about 3 weeks.
So you think there's a chance in hell that they would take Loomis off WWE's main roster?
No, I'm just saying it's going to be some shenanigans.
He ain't going to lose. There's no way Miz is not losing. Miz loses. And this is why I'll fast forward the match. I already know the outcome. I'll get to the last 2 minutes of it and see how they played it out. But I'm not going to sit there for you to tell me a story after you've told me how the movie ends. I'm funny that way. Yeah, Omos squash. As if there's a reason to even acknowledge that. What are we missing here? Oh, that was C minus. A C minus. No, it's an F. It's Omos. Anything with Omos equals F. He did nothing. He squashed him in the corner, hit a couple elbows, and a double choke slam. That's an F.
Crown Jewel. You heard it here first. There'll be Omos against Braun Strowman.
Well, that'll put asses in the seats.
Didn't say it was a good match.
The aren't going to fall for that one. All right, Bobby Lashley, Seth Rollins. I didn't like this on a number of different levels. First off, what was the point in bringing Lesnar back to do that?
Because Lesnar's going to fight Bobby at Crown Jewel.
Do we care?
And they didn't want it to be a title match.
Well, we fixed that problem really quick. So what? You're gonna job Bobby out to Lesnar? Ain't gonna do the job.
I didn't say these were good. I'm just telling you what the logic is behind it.
I'm not convinced there was logic behind it, to be quite honest with you. I think I'm burnt out on Lesnar with his every 3 months I'm going to come back just for a few weeks. It's like, fuck off. We got Usos. We don't need you.
Right.
You know, we got people who are actually entertaining. I'll give him his last run when he actually got to be himself a little bit more, and he had, you know, some good funny moments. Some of his promos in the ring were actually entertaining. Who knew? But I just can't get behind anybody who comes back for a cup of coffee and then walks away again all the damn time, and that's all he does. So why would I invest my time, money, or energy into you knowing that, and granted, I mean, he should be on the downside of his career at this point in time. He's an older guy, not as young. He's still a horse. Don't get me wrong. I mean, fuck up anybody I know. But in the world of professional wrestling, just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Good point. The NHL starts their season tonight. Tampa Bay's got the New York Rangers. I'm an Islander fan, sort of, but after last season, I don't even give a shit. Let me know about Retro WWF. Okay. It's Brock O'Clock.
Jeez.
Yeah, I guess it is. So anyway, we got Seth Rollins coming away. A B-, come on. How is it possible that you could give that match a B- when both guys are broken up and crippled and wrapped up? And no, man, because even selling the injuries, it wouldn't be able to be a B-.
Right. You're looking at a C at best.
That's what I saw, and I watched that match. I'd give it a C. All right, Bleacher Report and me aren't on the right page today. They did great with the pay-per-views. Lashley has turned into such a great babyface. Has he? I mean, I personally don't give a shit. I've always found that he doesn't really have a personality. I mean, you know, The Rock takes the mic, and granted, it's The Rock, okay. But I'm just saying, you got your Rock, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair. You got those guys, Austin, that take a microphone, and you're there. He is the antithesis of that.
Yeah.
He speaks, people go take a nap. They play tapes of Bobby Lashley promos to coma patients so that they don't wake up suddenly. Let's see. Once Lesnar began to attack Lashley, the crowd seemed mixed, which is true. There was a lot of people saying one more time, and there were other people like, are we booing him now? And then he went after the arm. And again, to me, it's like, I don't get it. What's the whole logic?
They had to have a reason for Bobby to lose the title to Seth.
They really didn't. You know what they needed? They needed Scott D'Amore to show them how to do it the right way. Because, again, and this is why I keep coming back to Impact, they don't need a baby face and a heel. They will take anything and make it work. Matt Riddle against Sami Zayn. I wasn't shocked at the outcome, but they did a good enough job of making me think that Sami was going to win.
Right.
That I was a little surprised, mildly surprised, that Riddle pulled it out.
Well, once Sami told Jay, I got this, that's all it wrote. Because there was Jay wasn't going to allow Jimmy to interfere after that.
Well, not only that, but he was given marching orders. I want you to make sure my Oos wins.
Yeah. Yeah, and that'll be interesting on Friday to see how that plays out.
Lucy, you got some splaining to do. Oh, mercy sakes alive. All right, well.
But it was a good match. I mean.
Yeah, well, it was. They gave it a B+, and I watched most of that one.
I'd probably went with a B.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, too. I was thinking the same. And then they had the DX reunion, which to me was a letdown. I actually thought the opening segment at the beginning of the show was better than this.
Yeah, it was.
And they gave it a C, so yeah, I guess I'm not the only one. The crowd filled in the blanks for Road Dogg, for Badass Billy Gunn.
Yep.
And you know they could have got him for that show, realistically. Tony would have done anything just to have AEW on Raw in any way, shape, or form.
I don't know. The way he's talked about Triple H here recently, maybe not.
Well,
he feels like WWE keeps cutting his legs out from under him and stuff, so.
Oh, what's the matter? Did he not get his big boy pants when he decided to own a wrestling company?
I guess not.
This is what it's all about, man. Death Before Dishonor is not just a pay-per-view. It's a way of life. Oh, man. Well, again, it was a strong show. There were some weak spots, but overall it was a strong show. We got to wait till...
Yeah, I'd probably gave the whole show overall probably like a B, B+.
I think a B-, but we're in the same ballpark. They did here's what they're doing brilliantly. Triple H, I mean, God knows who else he's got on the contract that he's just not pulling out yet. You know, he's probably got Sasha, Naomi, and
right.
Again, there's a lot of free agents now coming out of Impact and things like that. He's not only is he not pulling the trigger like week after week after week, but he's making you think he's about to. So you're watching stuff that maybe you wouldn't have watched. I mean, how much of this have we watched over the last month expecting Bray Wyatt? And each week you think it's going to happen, and they tease it a little bit, and then it doesn't happen. And finally, at the pay-per-view, he makes an appearance for about 0.4 of a second. And then, all right, Monday Night Raw. And you're waiting and you're waiting. He waits till the main event to let you know he'll be on SmackDown.
Right. Well, they did do that video package earlier, too.
Right.
They
didn't say anything about it. He wasn't going to be here tonight. You didn't know if that was going to lead into him showing up.
Right. No, but they also had a new clip, too, of him in the mask on, like, the Titantron with it all fuzzy and stuff.
That. God, I hate that mask. I mean, at some point in history, he's going to go back to the Fiend character, whether it's months from now or not. I don't know. I heard Assembled show earlier.
Yeah, I watched it too.
And he brings in some good points of what 2K22 can do, and 2K can do to the audience, because all this stuff is in 2K22. It's there already, locked away. They could easily release it. There's a whole Bray Wyatt storyline in there. The Fiend and the characters, and they're all there. And you know what? You kind of fucked over the fans of this game. You have done no patches for anything meaningful so far as game itself is concerned, only for your faction shit. It would be a nice thing to give the fans something that they've wanted, that they've waited for, that they've friggin' earned at this point in time. And he brings up another good point. There are people who still haven't bought the game that might give you a little more juice out of this thing.
Yep.
Will they do it? Fuck no, because they don't give a shit.
Right.
But it's all good points.
Like he said, you'll get the faction, my faction cards, and that's going to be it.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
Where did I put? I meant to upload this earlier and forgot. Never fails. Maybe it's under OBS. No, it is OBS. StreamYard. Let's try this way. Oops. I do apologize. Trying to find I've got the wrestling code video clip here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Boom. Oh, bitch. What did that move? Huh. All right. The mountain won't come to Muhammad. I'm hoping that you guys can actually hear the audio on this because, again, I don't know. There's a lot of filters apparently in place here. If you have not seen this already, the Wrestling Code has put some actual footage out.
In my hands. I'm the one that's been putting in the work while all of you reap the benefits. You all get to see everything on Twitter, and I'm the one that's getting kicked in the head and busting my ass. Well, you know what? It's time for me to show you the control that I have. It's daytime.
Jay, you can hear it, right?
It's nighttime, baby. That's right. Look at the
Okay.
lights. Look at the... Hey, turn the lights back on. Memphis Grimm, somebody turn the lights back on. What's going on?
Oh shit!
Have you not seen this?
No.
Oh, it gets so much better. Look at the cigarette smoke.
I know.
Puts it out in his back. Didn't hook the leg, though. Even the music, I mean, it is so spot on. Yakuza, welcome, buddy.
That's awesome.
Oh, I am really stoked right now about this. MJF and Thunder Rosa. No, MJF is married or engaged to an artist. Hey, she's really talented. She is smoking hot.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's about all I've got for this one. Just a reminder to everybody, you know what tomorrow is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now streaming on the Nation Network, PWI Review and Relive, where along with a panel of experts, we take a deep dive into random issues of some of the most recognizable wrestling magazines in history, where contestants go head-to-head and compete in wrestling knowledge to see who will go on to be the reigning champion. Now streaming on Twitch 2. Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on the Nation Network.
Yeah, so it has now officially changed names to the PWI Championship Challenge. I think that better reflects the direction it's gone in. That was never the plan whatsoever. I mean, this thing's evolved on its own, and I love that.
Right.
All we were going to be doing is just kind of going through these books and going over the top 10s and stuff like that, and remember going through the story articles and what feuds were hot at the time. But the game has really kind of grown some legs of its own, and people are liking it. I'm loving it. And tomorrow we make the official change to the new name. We've got an intro for it, the whole 9 yards. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting.
Oh, how appropriate that all that's changed now that I'm the champion. I feel so special.
Yeah, keep talking. We'll see who the champion is when it's all said and done. And this is open to anybody now, as long as you got a microphone. Camera's good too, but if you got a microphone, you can be in it. Yep. All you got to do is join us tomorrow. It's going to be a 7 o'clock start time because I got to allow time for work. I haven't been able to get out on time in so long, and I feel like I'm rushing. So We're going to go at 7 o'clock. I think after this week, I should be back to normal, and whatever normal is anymore. So 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Jay going to put his title up. Hope he doesn't get himself smacked down. But anything can happen. Once that bell rings, it's on like Donkey Kong. And you never know. Maybe somebody we don't expect to come in and compete could be doing it. You just don't know.
Hey, I know. Need some fresh blood.
Hey, be careful what you wish for. Just saying. Not saying I know anything. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, I'm just saying. It's
Oh, yeah. So convincing.
shit happens. All right, everybody. What day of the week are we on? Tuesday? Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Thursday? Tuesday. What is that? NXT day?
Yeah.
Yeah. I might glimpse it.
I'll watch it just to see Nikita Lyons in the tag team match.
Oh, yeah, Nikita. Got to get my daily dose of Nikita. There you go. My weekly dose, I should say.
Yep.
You can't get enough of a good thing. Whoever said you can never saw her. All right, everybody. We're going to wrap this one up. We'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Say goodbye, Jay.
Goodbye, Jay. Yeet.
See y'all later. Take care.